And it's such a beautiful, very powerful theme that we are going to discuss today, according to the situation of the today's world, and so many things are happening, and each and every one needs some kind of protection. Um, so I was just thinking that how lucky we are, how fortunate we are that we all are protected by God. Do you think so? Do you all think so? Do you all experience God's protection all the time, sometime, time to time? What do you think? We are going to have chit chat, conversation, not just the class. So I really like all of you to respond your feelings and your experiences of how, or just remember the moment that you were protected, if not directly by God, but by someone. Maybe someone physically, maybe someone subtly, maybe someone touching in your thoughts or your feelings in many different ways. So, all that happens because of God. And by being God's children, we call Him lovingly our Father. So, the very first protection we children get by Him is Him being our Father, and we are His children. Baba, we call Him Baba. Do you call Him Baba? He is my Baba. And if you look at any cultures, religions, any tradition, there is that one word that people do speak about God is the Father. And as being Father, even though they do not have full introduction, but this one feeling within each soul is there, that God is there somewhere up above. He is our Father, the Creator, and that because of that eternal relationship between soul and Supreme Soul, Father and child, it's eternal. So I always experience Baba, my Father, who is sustaining me, and that is the protection. He is looking after me. He gives whatever this soul needs, all the attainments. As a mother, we experience God's love, unconditional love, and affection, and that is our protection. In Hindi, there are two words, Rakshak and Sikshak. Rakshak means protector, Sikshak means teacher. And he becomes our supreme teacher. He teaches us such a things, so many lessons, so much that his teaching itself becomes our protection. I won't go into so much details because we all hear the Murlis every day, and so much. It's the ocean of knowledge he teaches us. But in that also, we get his directions, we get his um, lessons about our lives, we get clarity, we get all the answers, we get the guidance. So that is his protection as a teacher. Now, on our side, what we have to do, how do we experience that protection? And it's not only Baba. In Christianity, they remember so many angels. I just remember that, Christmas is coming closer. So people do believe in angels and they invoke angels, they think of angels. So God creates angels, not one. We have this song also, hundreds of thousands of angels who unconditionally serve the humanity in many different ways, and that itself is the protection. In their heart, there is only this one pure desire to protect the mankind, to remove their sorrow, their suffering, to bring the happiness, to bring the peace, to bring that joy in everyone's life. And that itself is like protecting the mankind, the humanity. Now, who those angels are, how they became angels, how God created these angels. In fact, those souls, those who have become God's helpers and helping in his tasks, the tasks of transformation, to transform the world of sorrow into the happiness, to bring joy, love, peace, prosperity into each and everyone's lives. Baba creates so many angels, and we all know, we all have experienced, those who are many years in Gyan and have met dadis in their physical forms, experience their love, their affection, their teachings, their classes. I'm sure that you all have, one way or another, these experiences. And now they are not in their physical bodies, but still they have continued that task of helping us, guiding us, protecting us. So many different ways we experience the protections, not only from Baba, but through his helpers, all the souls, those who have been on this earth in their physical bodies, became God's helpers, and still they are doing that work. So we are extremely fortunate. God has chosen us, and Baba has that hope. That very first thing, let's protect ourselves. I have to become self-protector. Of course, Baba's protection is there, angels are there, even the family, Brahmin family. But the very first thing for me is I have to protect myself. How am I going to protect myself? What do we have to do? Just few things. Just few things. The very first thing, let me just hand over myself to him completely, fully. And in other word, we can say surrendering. Surrender your heart, your mind, your intellect, and whatever you have. Surrender totally to him. And then the second thing, just follow his srimad, his directions, his teaching. His teaching is our protection. If I follow Baba's elevated directions, his srimad, in my life at every step, automatically I'm protected. Because his teaching is such, which really teaches us the good karma, the elevated karma, what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go, because at the present time, the condition of the world we see, such a chaos, so much crisis. It's just like, at the edge of destruction. And in such a time, we need to have clear intellect. Our discernment power has to be so sharp that we can just decide for ourselves. In this situation, what do I have to do? In that situation, what do I have to do? How do I have to act? Where to go, where not to go? What to eat, what not to eat? So many things. So many things. And for that, Baba gives us the direction for every single action. And that is Srimad, and that is my protection, especially at the present time, in the old world. So first I have to protect myself by following all Baba's directions, Baba's Srimad. The second thing, handing over everything to him, fully surrendering and become a trustee. We are still in this body, in this world. We have to live, we have to do everything, but at the same time, do everything as being a trustee. Don't owe anything in this world because everything is temporary. We see practically it's happening now. All the supports are breaking, all the temporary things are getting destroyed. So, whatever we have, just become a trustee, including this body. I'm a trustee of this body. So, when I consider myself as a trustee, then I become free from all kind of attachment. That is the biggest thing that we have to conquer. We all know that, why there is so much sorrow, pain, or whatever. It's because of the five vices. Okay, as God's children, we have been making this effort for many years and have conquered so much, so many vices in one way or another, but there are still certain things that we have to pay attention. And especially two main things. One is the subtle ego, and the other one is the subtle attachment. The attachment, once Baba did speak about different types of attachment. One is the attachment with this body. So I have to become detached. Yes, the body is there. I'm a trustee of this body. And this body has been given to me on trust by God. I have to use it for His task, to perform good actions, to perform charitable actions, punya karma. And Baba is teaching us so many things, how to use this body, how to be a trustee. And one very good thing actually, that time and time again Baba has taught us, remain double light. Body is there, but you are a soul, a master. So it's like, I am separate from this body. This practice is very, very, very crucial. Practice to be a point of light, a soul, living energy in this body. It is I, the soul, who is the master of this body. That's the one thing. The second thing, that I don't need to sit in this body all the time. Recently I'm practicing this and I really feel so good. It's like being liberated from everything. Such a great feeling of being liberated. That I, the soul, this is my body. I have been given this body on trust. I have to look after it and I have to use it for the right cause, for right karma, right action. But at the same time, I should not be attached to this. And the best method to break that attachment with the body is just go beyond. And Baba has given us this another method or another way to just go beyond the body and the physical world, go into the subtle world where Bab and Dada, two fathers are there, the father angel and the incorporeal father, and our father Brahma. We call ourselves Brahma Kumars, Brahma Kumaris, Brahmins. So, our father Brahma, he is in that light body, in his angelic body. So, as is the father, so should be the children. So, time to time, when you finish your work here, your duty here, just go beyond. Take your mind and intellect away from here. Break that awareness of the body and have that complete awareness of being a form of light, a point of light, a soul. I'm going up to my world, to my home, and also into the subtle region where Baba has kept our angelic form, our angelic body. Baba has given us this dress as a gift to put on. So we have to practice this. Be in this body, do whatever you have to do in this world with this body, then go beyond, go and stay up there and just put on the angelic form, the angelic body, and then just be with Baba as his companion in that combined form, and then serve the world. So see, it's like doing the things for the self, at the same time doing this another level of the service. This is what we need at the present time, this kind of service. Service through our subtle form, service through our angelic form, and protect not to ourselves. We are protected definitely. When I'm not in this world, nothing of this world can affect me. Nothing of this world can pull me down or cause any sorrow or any problem, because I'm not in this world. We do not belong to this world. We are alokik divine beings. Alokik means we are not belong to this world, the Lokik world. We are alokik beings. So this awareness, see, one is the awareness of this body, the consciousness of this body physical. We have to let go of that. So one thing, I have made this mantra so firm in my life. Let go and let God. Let go. Let go of that which is physical in this world. Whatever you see here, whether it is this body, bodily beings, physical relationship, the physical objects, any possession, any belongings, even your role in this world. Sometimes we become very conscious about the role, about the job, about the part we play, about the position we are into. Yeah? And we become attached to that. It's so easy. So we become role conscious, or we become, um, so much attached to the work we do, or just get into it all the time. Even the work is done, but still we don't let it go. So it is so important to have this practice of letting go. When I let go of that which is physical, then let God, means God will help me, He will guide me, He will protect me, and I become His helpers. So let go and let God. Follow His directions. Let Him do everything, to do everything for you. He's there for us. You know? Today somebody sent me this beautiful text, just one sentence. God is my world. And I really embraced it. I really love it. God is my world. So I was just thinking of two worlds. One is this old world, the physical old world in which we are, and there is another world, the world of God. Now, if we think of the world, in world everything is there, right? All relationships, all attainments, all the joy and happiness. So in God's world, He becomes our mother, our father, our teacher, our guide, our companion, whatever you name it. All relationship we have here. And these physical relationships, they are there today, tomorrow they're not going to be there. It's perishable. It's going to go. So let me accept this truth, this fact now. Okay, they are there, fine, but I should not become attached. So detachment is the greatest power. Have everything, use everything, but by being detached observer. Don't attach your heart to anything, to anyone. Just let go. Do everything, have everything, but at the same time, by being detached. A trustee. So this is another lesson that we have to practice. See, we have to practice this. Few things. So one is detachment from everything, being a trustee, letting go of everything. The fourth thing, we always say that we are under the canopy of God's protection. How many of you remember that? We are under the canopy of God's protection. Do you know canopy? It's like an umbrella. Yeah. The cloth is waterproof and there are wires. This cloth is um, binded by these wires, and there is the rod, the stick, very strong. Just imagine umbrella. And this umbrella protects us in all situations. Whether it is very hot summery day, people use umbrella to protect themselves. Or when it is rain, in rainy time, people use this umbrella as a protection. So, Baba is our umbrella. He is our canopy. And if you look at the whole umbrella, if you study the umbrella, there is only one rod, one stick, very strong, only one. And that stands for us is like Baba is our one support, one strength. Let me hold on him. And then there are wires. I think 8 wires. And these 8 wires, Dadi Janki always used to say that these 8 wires, they are like 8 powers. They are like 8 powers. So when I hold one Baba in my intellect, in my heart, then I experience all the powers, and mainly 8 powers. And you all must have remembered all those 8 powers, but I can even repeat them. The very first power is the power of tolerance, which is very much needed at the present time. Power to tolerate, tolerance power. It does not mean that you have to suppress yourself or you have to depress yourself. No. Tolerance means, okay, fine. You tolerate certain things, certain people to avoid any conflict or any kind of um, arguments or any, because that is the wastage. It wastes our time and energy. So for some time, just tolerate. But tolerance, together with this tolerance power, there is another power, power to accommodate, power to merge. Yeah. So, okay, I have tolerated things, but at the same time, let me merge it in a way, or let me hand it over to Baba. If I can't handle it, let me hand it over to Baba. Baba is the ocean, so he will merge everything. And the other thing, once Baba said in the one of the Murli, Baba said that it is my direction for you children to tolerate something. It's God's direction. And if you tolerate things and people and situation, not because you have followed Baba's order, Baba's direction, then you get extra help from Baba, and that becomes your protection. And Baba will take away whatever is not necessary for you, not good for you. Baba just will merge it into his ocean. So power to accommodate. Because in the situations we need to be flexible, to be accommodative in order to just avoid any kind of pain or sorrow. But to have this, we need to have discernment power, to discern where to tolerate, how much, where to accommodate. It's like, the discernment power and power to judge. The other power is power to face. If I have the clarity, understanding, and that strength to face the situation, that becomes a power for me. Power to face. See, at the present time, we need all these powers in a very practical form, in emerged form. Sometimes we do know it here in our head, but in our practice, when it is needed, we don't practice it. So we have to be very alert and very active with these powers. Then there is the power to cooperate. We all have to cooperate each other. And also we have to cooperate with Baba, isn't it? He needs our cooperation. Many times Baba says that I alone can't do anything. I need your children's help. You are my hands, you are my help. And there is a saying that God has thousands and thousands of hands. What does that mean? We all are his hands, his arms. So cooperation. We have to be cooperative. Cooperative to each other in Brahmin family, even into the worldly way, and cooperative to Baba. But Recently, I'm practicing two powers uh, all the time. Power to withdraw, to wind up. It's the time, isn't it? It's the time. Drama is coming to the end. We know, we see it. It's happening. It's happening everywhere. This is the sign of the end of the drama, end of the Iron Age, and New World. Golden Age is just waiting around the corner. It's already there. So what do we have to do? We have to wind up. Withdraw from everywhere, from everything. Withdraw yourself. Don't go into too much expansion. Just withdraw, wind up, and the last power is power to pack up. Wind everything up and pack up. And we have to have the sense, we have to have the knowledge that what to pack, because normally, where if you are going to somewhere, you just pack your bag and baggage, but you become so careful and so alert that whatever you need, you only pack those things to the next destination. So here also Baba every day reminds us in the morning, now is the time to go home. So what are we going to take with us in order to go back to that sweet home, sweet silence home? There you need complete purity. There you need that silence power. There you need your yoga power in order to go back home. So just pack these things and let go of all other stuff which is not going to be needed there. And then Baba says that, you are going to come down again into the golden age. So what do we need in golden age? What are we going to pack for the golden age? So that's also another thing. So see, you have to keep yourself working on these sort of things. And in there, we have to be extremely careful because, all the time Baba speaks about Maya. Maya deceives us in many different ways. So the attraction will come, attraction of this world that will distract us. So I have to be very careful. I have to be sensible. My discernment power has to work so sharply. Nothing of this world should pull me down. Nothing of this world distract me. Nothing of this world, no one and nothing can attract me. We have to stay up above. And for that, disinterest. Just have disinterest, no interest into this world. If I want to become happy, and if I want to become, or if I want to stay under the canopy of God's protection, I have to just step away from all these attractions and distractions and all the attachment and all, of this old world. Keeping this in mind, that this is the old world anyway, it's going to go very soon. It's going anyway. We do see it. It's happening all the time, every day, isn't it? News we hear, things are happening. So we have to be sensible. Use the knowledge, the power of knowledge. Baba teaches us so clearly every single thing, every single matter. The other thing, I have to keep my mind in discipline. It is the mind which plays all these mischievous things. So how to keep the mind in discipline, how to keep mind in focus, how to keep mind busy in only positive and pure thoughts. Baba has taught us three methods. There are three methods. The very first, Baba always says in everyday Smuli, Man Manabhav, connect your mind or focus your mind on me. Means let your mind to think only about Baba and Baba's teaching, Baba's knowledge. Your mind should be focused on Baba, who Baba is, where God lives, where He resides, what is His form, what is His task, what are my relationship with Him. Let your mind only be busy thinking in that, and also experience. Experience is very, very important. And that is the way I can protect my mind, by just keeping busy, by focusing mind on Baba, on God, the Supreme, the Almighty. He is Almighty and He is all knowledgeful. So there is so much for my mind to really. The second thing Baba says, keep churning the knowledge. Keep your mind busy on thinking about what Baba is teaching us, the knowledge, the Murli. Murli. Even today Baba said that. You have to practice what Baba teaches you. So for that you need to have the golden vessel. Your intellect has to be like a golden vessel. Only then this knowledge will stay in the intellect. So the mind and intellect, because we have these two powerful tools through which we can protect ourselves, we can take Baba's protection. So we have to protect our mind and intellect. Your mind should only be engaged in thinking about God's teaching, churning, thinking, reading. Let your mind to be focused on Baba and on Baba's teaching. And third thing Baba said, the third method, serve the world through your mind. The greatest service, the best service. We have to engage our mind to serve the souls of the world, not only the souls, but the elements. We are the world transformer. God has chosen us. We are chosen by God. He loves us so much. He likes us so much. Just think about how fortunate you are. How fortunate you are. God's vision fallen on you and He fell in love with you. He liked you and He chose you. He made you belong to Him. He says that you are my child. You are my beloved child. You are my sweet child. Do you feel this? Do you feel when Baba says, my sweet child, my sweet children, my beloved children? When I feel this, God's love, that affection, then I lift myself to that level. In God's vision, I am God's beloved child. I am God's chosen one. I am God's loved one. So we have to, this is my protection, isn't it? When I see myself, and this is called the self-respect. Respect yourself. That is your protection. Let me protect myself by just having such a elevated thoughts, such a elevated feelings. uh, See yourself in the eyes of God, in the vision of God, how God sees you. Baba always says that He is the highest on high. But Baba says that you are also highest on high. We are the children of highest on high Father. High, very on top. We are not ordinary. I'm not ordinary. I am very special God's child. Lift yourself to that level. See yourself highest on high. Yesterday somebody rang me and we will chat about some knowledge and some clarity, and they had some questions, so then we discuss about it, and then in return they said that uh, thousands of fold of blessings and good wishes from us to you. And I said that, oh, how lucky I am. My apron of good wishes and blessings is overflowing now, and I have become the richest. Hmm? See, such a good feeling, richest. We are the highest, we are the richest, we are the holiest, the purest ones, specially chosen by God. Just when you think about yourself in this way, you are protecting yourself from all the other stuff of Maya or illusions or attraction or detachment of this world. So, self-respect, respect yourself, value yourself. It's very important to value, to respect. And this is why, and there is a saying, those who help themselves, God help them. So it's the same saying that those who protect themselves, God protects them. First, I have to take that step. Baba always says that. It's the one step of your courage and thousands fold of help from Him. So how to take, what is that first step? It's the step of self-respect, self-worth, seeing the self in God's eyes, in God's vision. Baba is lifting us up so high. So every day Baba tells us so many things about who we are, what we were, what we have become. Now once again, what we have to become. Yeah, Baba reminds us. Baba tells us about being deities. We were deities, completely pure, completely viceless, full with all the virtues and all the qualities and all the talents, and uh, we were that. And once again, Baba has come to make us into that. So keep that vision alive in your heart, in your mind, in your intellect. That is the protection. We have to protect ourselves from Maya. The other thing actually, Baba has taught us, or he has drawn some kind of lines of maryadas. Maryadas, code of conducts. So some maryadas and disciplines. Very important. This maryadas, this code of conducts is my protection. If I stay within the line of all the maryadas. And time to time Baba reminds us, even in today's Muli, Baba said that Ravan abducted Sita. Yeah? Sita became separated from Rama. Rama was her protector. But because she crossed the line of that Maryada, She was told not to go beyond the line of that protection, the line of protection. Stay within that line. And for some reason, she crossed it. She stepped out from that line of protection. Ravan was waiting there to abduct her. So he took her away. And then the sorrow and pain and suffering from suppression from Rama, the protector. So for us, it is the story of this time. For us, is this my protection, my maryadas, the maryadas of Brahmin life, the disciplines. So if we stay under the line of code of conducts, then nothing can touch us, no one can harm us. We are protected, but at the same time we can protect others. So I think we are running out the time now. If there is any questions, you can ask the question. Sister Maria, is that okay?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Whatever you shared were very deep, very deep. And you just reminded us of what Baba says, and in
But
such a lovely way. So we have to think and turn them, not only just to listen to them. Let's see. There is a question. Baba often says, very few know me as I am in an accurate way. Can you speak about that?
yes, because he is not physical, one thing is, yeah, he is incorporeal. The second thing, he does not belong to this world. He stays up above. Only once he comes in 5,000 years. He only once he comes. And then he reveals himself, he introduces himself. So to know him as he is, in the way he is, accurately, fully, I have to go on to that level. I have to take myself up to that level. So in that, again, intellect, depending on the quality of my intellect, all the work intellect does. So if my intellect is clean, pure, satopradhan, clear, divine intellect, as much as my intellect is so divine and so pure and so clean, that much I can understand Baba, the way he is, the form he is. His form is point of light, but I have to experience that form. You know, there are two words in Hindi in his introduction, Bindu and Sindhu. Bindu means point. Baba says, I'm a point of light. And we only think of that, but he is the living light. He is that flame, he is that power. Bindu, point of light. But at the same time, he is a Sindhu, ocean. Now I have to become Bindu, that point of light completely, and then I have to connect with him. See, this is another thing. As much as I will remember what Baba says, if you stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance, or as much as you remember me, as much as you connect your line of intellect with me, only that much you can understand me. Only that much you can come to know me. So it's like how much my intellect is in yoga with him, is connected with him. How much I'm spending time to be with him, the incorporeal, who lives in the incorporeal world. He comes here temporarily. You know, this question I asked once to Dadi Janki, that there were 350, 400 brothers and sisters surrendered in the beginning, in the yagya, when it started in Karachi, in Hyderabad, Pakistan. That many lived together for 14 years and took so much, because at that time Sakar Baba was there, Mama was there, all that. Sri Baba used to come regularly teaching them, and still out of all of them only 30, 40, 50, maximum 50 understood God completely fully, or they just remained fully. Huh? So Dadi said that nothing has to do whether physically you are, wherever you are, doesn't matter. It's that matter of your intellect. So, and for that, what even today's Murli Baba said, your intellect has to be like a golden vessel, pure gold, clean, pure intellect. Nothing has to be there. So I have made this mantra so firm for myself because I want to know him fully, completely, that just checking my intellect. Is my intellect worldly or godly? Means in my intellect, is there any worldly matter I'm holding, or my intellect gets pulled into the world, or my intellect is constantly pulled by God? So godly intellect means in my intellect only God, God's knowledge, God's teaching, God's introduction, that has to be filled within the intellect. So as much as I just imbibe this knowledge and practice it in my life, that much closer I come to Baba. See, this is another thing. One is to understand him through your intellect. The second thing is you have to go close, very close, and have that intimate relationship with someone whom you want to know clear very well, isn't it? So if I come so close to Baba and just stay uh, together, combine, just be with him all the time. And that's why Baba says, company colors. If I stay in his company all the time, I get his color. I come to know him, what he is, how he is. Uh, so it's just depending on how much effort I'm putting into it to know him, how much love I have, how much trust I have, how much, only one Baba, no one else, only one God. So God is my world. My intellect has to be godly. Constantly I am combined with him. So all these factors helps me to know him as he is, the way he is, in the form he is. Is it okay, clear?
Yes, yes, wonderful, wonderful. Um, we don't have so much time, but there is a question here. Um, for those Brahmins who stay in their family, I mean, the Lokik family, you are a mother, so um, you can explain this question that is written on
Uh,
me. I have to translate it, so it's in Greek. So, what it means is that can you give us some tips when we have a family and children or grandchildren? What we do in order to put in practice Baba's knowledge?
Good, very good question. I'm very much experienced. And right from day one, 40 years ago, when I learned about myself, I'm a soul, and I learned about whoever were with me, they all are souls. And I started seeing them as souls. They are souls, and they are God's children. All souls belong to God. So they are not mine. They are not mine. They are Baba's. They are Baba's. And so up until today, I do keep that awareness in my intellect, in my mind. They are not my children. They are not my family. Means I am a trustee. Baba has put them there with me in and made this family to look after them, to serve them. So I'm a server, I'm a trustee, but they are not mine, I'm not there. I the soul, I'm alone, I'm God's child, they are God's children. Practice this, and even in the Murlis, Baba says that see each one as brother soul, soul brother, soul brother. So I practice this whilst being in the family. Huh? Children, husband, and all other relatives, they all are souls. They all are. And another thing, every morning after Amrit Vela for 5-10 minutes, I just give them this vibration that they are souls, they are God's children, God is responsible for them. I'm just simply here as a trustee to serve them. So practice this, and you will remain free from the bondage, because this is the karmic, it's the karmic bondage, karmic accounts. Because of that, we all are came into this one family. So I have to break these bondages and just make it as a relation. So it's like, Baba's children, soul brother is the pure relationship instead of having bodily relationship.